I think we'll get a couple cutscenes here. What a redemption. What a redemption.
By your deeds has the blinding light been banished from these skies, and the Sin Eaters driven to retreat. Although our many hurts will be years in the mending, I have faith that this world and her people will one day be whole once more. With no rejoining in prospect, the Source need no longer fear the coming of an 8th umbral calamity.
And with that triumph, the future from which you came will no longer come to pass. Yet here you still stand.
So I do. I wonder if that other age continues onward somehow, cut adrift from time's flow. Or have I simply etched myself a place upon this new block of history? Either way, this is an unexpected development. As the summoner of your souls, my death was meant to release you back to your world. Yet I am very much alive, and you are still stuck here in the First.
I believe I speak for us all when I say that we are happy to postpone our return if it means your life is spared. We will seek out another way.
Besides, I never had any intention of rushing home. There are people here I still need to thank, and this means I might actually have time to do so.
Yet we dare not neglect our comrades in the Source. Mistress Tataru, to name but one, will be most anxious to know how things stand with us.
So, you'll just have to make the journey alone for the moment. Be sure and give a full report to our fellow scions, would you? Oh, and we'd also appreciate any news you can bring us from back home.
Then I see no reason to delay. I can open the path from here.
I imagine we each have matters demanding our attention, so let this be a farewell for us all. Send word when you've resummoned our friend. Oh, and do try to ensure she arrives within the city next time.
Of course. I shall strive for utmost accuracy. No strange forests or unplanned passengers, I promise.
This makes sense. Alright. Seems to have gone well. Oh.
I'm a little relieved, to be honest. I would have been terribly lonely if everyone had suddenly disappeared.
Yes. Yes, you would have.
But I understand that you have to go. Safe journey, warrior of darkness. I hope to see you again soon.
I cannot believe this. What's the cliffhanger, Judy? There's gotta be a cliffhanger. They did this at the end of the other expansions as well.
Just a moment while I attune the portal. Then you can be on your way.
Thank you. This is amazing.
When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld. But like a fool seeking to pluck the stars from the heavens, my every attempt to reprise their deeds fell short. And then one day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me in the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
A hero who looked at the horizon and beyond and saw I knew not what. All I knew was that I would give anything to stand at that hero's side. Would that it was so easy. The glory of the heavens was ever beyond the grasp of those who never thought to reach for it. But if I have gained anything from all of this, it is the courage to stretch out my hand. Do you hear me, Grahatia? This is no time for sleeping.
Mm-hmm. I like his hair. It's like cotton candy hair, you know. It looks like a daiquiri or a milkshake or something. You know? Actually, no, it's just like the light blue and the red cotton candy. Swirled. Oh, it's not pink. Wait, meanwhile, the Imperial Palace in the source. What's going on in the source? Is this going to be our post Shadowbringers content? This is what we're going to do? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right. Estinian. What's Estinian mean? I'm guessing he's with Gaius, probably. Yeah.
To the west gate. I want to know what's happening there.
Who is the blue hair? I don't remember the names.
Same as the others. Struck down with a single blow. An unfortunate day to draw guard duty. Forgive me. These were your people.
We took advantage of this slaughter to slip into the palace. 'Tis not for me to grieve them. That was the Emperor. Wait! Oh.
What?
Uranians!
Yes. What happened? Okay. What? Xenos is taking over?
Gaius! You've missed your part in this, I'm afraid.
It's question marks though, isn't it obviously Xenos?
Identify yourself, demon!
Who's the water cooler if you're listening?
You were hoping for the Ascian. The Craven shed this skin and fled, rather than face me. A pity. I was looking forward to crossing blades with myself. But I cannot deny the feeling of satisfaction. Body and soul reunited at last.
What now? The game continues, but the pieces have changed.
You just wait till my warrior comes back.
Only if we trust in a Paragon's words. A mistake I do not intend to repeat.
I feel like defeating Sin Eaters, if I come back to the source, I'm just gonna wreck everything. feel like Sin Eaters are so much harder than humans.
He speaks the truth. Elidibus is gone. Tore a hole into the rift.
Really?
Xenos, my foolish, greedy son. Was a second life not enough? Was the Empire too rich a prize to ignore? True freedom for our nation, our people, will never be won by a spoiled princeling. The burden of this throne is beyond you.
'Tis you, Father, who have struggled with this burden. Simply holding the Empire together has occupied your limited faculties. But you may take comfort in knowing that I have no intention of pursuing your tedious agenda. Nor am I interested in ruling over the Empire's lands. I came only to remove that which ruins my sport. I will not have my prey stolen by your petty wars and cowardly weapons.
Cowardly weapons, huh? What makes them cowardly? Like, does the weapon have feelings? Is the weapon gonna... Is the weapon that's cowardly?
Kill me just for that.
Yeah, probably.
I need no other reason. Any and all who interfere with my hunt.
Alright, go hunting.
Will not do so twice! I heard the Ascians speak of Zodiac, an Eidolon. Even the will of this star is but a construct of our own making. We shall gorge upon their strength, and
what
then,
is that
my
about?
friend, our contest shall begin anew.
What is that? Look. You guys, you're not gonna do well. You're gonna go down. Alright, have a good one. What? Cliffhanger. 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 No, that's a bad cliffhanger. Wait, everyone better remember. I'm back here, but what's happened to the other sides? I need to know, like, immediately. Oh, this is so intense. Are you, like, tending to everyone? Is everyone back okay? Yeah, Tataru? Where's, It was really you, yeah. So Tataru, how did you know? At the beginning of Shadowbringers, you said something like, have a good trip. Like, have fun on the first. And I was like, how did you know where we were going? Like, I think Tataru's like a mastermind or something. Back where she belongs if nothing happened, huh? Yep, there's my nod. Oh, I got some swag. We are officially done. Officially done with Shadowbringers. MSQ. What? Alright, here's the little reveal thing. Alright. So we're on the moon. Le moon. It's pretty boring, actually, the moon. Oblivion's Clinton, okay. There's edibles. Yeah, emissary, yeah, exactly. We get this Earth, or yours, yeah, that's fine. That's a lot of water. Don't imagine yourself rid of us. Through your champion has indeed proven the most egregious obstacle to our ascendance, a barbed thorn in my side. Same as those who came. Wow. Who are you talking to now? Nope. I'm not talking to the Warriors of Darkness. Who are you talking to? He's talking to himself. Alright. Looks like we're in the burn. Wait, no, what is this? What? Yeah, you gotta reclaim it. Yeah. It's a little bit crazy. A little bit crazy, I'll say that. Blazing skies give way to the gentle night. What hand can end the war of dark and light? Oof. Trust parties. You know how much has happened? Okay. Yeah, I can do that. This is so intense. Yeah, let's talk a little bit. This is so beautiful. Alright, here we go. Jump on in, let's see what this is about. Hope nothing's bad, yeah. It's ridiculous. I really hope nothing's bad.
You're here. Good.
So, how are they?
Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health. For the present, at least.
For the present? Oh no, is something wrong with them?
I'm afraid there may be. I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one...
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Indeed.
They were called away.
Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase. Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of...
By the gods!
Between body
What
and
happens
soul,
if the link is broken?
That's a bit rough, isn't it?
I cannot say for certain. Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening. Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies.
Leave it to me. Guess we'll do it.
Thank you.
But where's she even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct? Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along. His plan might well have worked, but I, for one, am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch. Pray return to the First and apprise him and the others of the situation. We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
This is interesting. Yeah. Let's go talk to the Crystal XR. Let's see what's going on. To Crystal XR.
Pray excuse my late arrival.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed.
Hey, good job. You're still called the XRK.
I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryle's finding.
That's so cool that we can just communicate between them.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Oh yeah.
Yet our souls seem unaffected. To my... How long they will remain so is another question. Kryle is right.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield. Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the crystal tap. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking... To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass. Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state.
Yeah, that probably makes him feel bad.
I would not soon throw my life away. Not after the... And so long as I breathe, But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake...
Ow!
That's so funny. Good job, Alice.
What was that for?
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless she says so.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
What did you just...
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion?
Sure.
Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success. I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of her body and soul, but her personal effects besides. This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an...
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us her possessions, she could carry our souls back to the source upon her person?
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple, but vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on.
Yeah.
So much as a moment of doubt on her part, and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend. Yet were we to immure our souls within an object in her possession, mayhap then our safe...
Yeah, that makes sense. We get in my pocket.
White Auracite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul. We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone and identify a...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Preservation and transference. On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves.
Yes.
It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after.
Oh.
Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court.
Interesting.
And it is said that none in all of Norvrand is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
No one, huh?
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Fae folk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience. They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
Wow. Let's get some shots. Grand Cosmos. Warm reception. There's lifelines. Yeah, I can fly. Hey, this place looks nice. The music changed. The music seems calming now. Oh my gosh. What a change in dynamic. You certainly have it right. Yeah, let's do it. Yes. Are you enjoying it? Perhaps. Yeah, well, maybe. Let us proceed, Governor. The Grand Cosmos. And with that, I'm tempted to just jump right in. But we will save that for next time. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everyone for watching, and we will continue this later. Thank you.